Gloves Boxing came to Colorado, and what a bout it's been. With 20 national champions under its belt, Colorado looks to add more names to that list tonight. We've got Colorado Golden Gloves Boxing swinging your way next on Altitude Sports and Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2005 Colorado Golden Glove State Boxing Championships. Boxing is sometimes referred to as the sweet science, and there is no scientist in the ring sweeter than the one to my left. It's the number 6 ranked heavyweight in the world, DeVeril Touch of Sleep Williamson. DeVeril, 20 young men are hoping to take a step toward Olympic glory. Who do you like?
Rich, there's a number of guys I like here tonight, but one guy sticks out is Ricky Lopez. He's 106 pounds. He's boxing at 119 pounds. He represented our country as the Olympic alternate in 2004 Olympics. I'm just excited to see how he's progressing. He's moving up. He looked exciting a couple days ago, so we're hoping that he will carry that magic throughout this evening.
This is the first time in 4 years that the Colorado Golden Gloves has been in this venue. This is the Stockyards Arena. Fellow who's got a lot of memories of this Stockyards Arena, 6-time Golden Glove champion Frankie Sanchez. Frankie, glad to be home?
It's great to be back, and I tell you what, it's great to be working with DeVeril and yourself, and you know, I'm so excited. The tension just rising in here, and these fighters in the dressing room, they're ready, and I hope that there's going to be some great fights tonight.
This is the 60th year of the Colorado Golden Gloves. Have a great history. 20 Colorado tournament champions have gone on to win National Golden Glove titles, including our own DeVeril Williamson in 1996 and 1999. In 1980, the current class divisions were established. Little Rock, Arkansas is the venue for this year's Nationals, and hopefully we're going to have some representation from Colorado. We've got plenty of great amateur boxing action coming up for you. We ask that you stick around and enjoy the card with us on Altitude Sports and Entertainment.
Colorado heads to New York to take on Rochester's Nighthawks. Friday, April 15th at 10 on Altitude.
Welcome back to the National Western Stockyards Arena. We thank you so much for making us part of your evening. We've got some action coming up at the 119-pound A-Class Championship bout. Let's go to ring announcer Joe Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 2 on your program. This is 119 pounds, Class A. Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner. He is representing the North Denver Tigers. Please welcome Jacob Ortega. Jacob Ortega. And his opponent boxing out of the blue corner. He is representing Delgado's Boxing. Please welcome Rick Lopez. Rick Lopez.
Well, DeVeril, in our opening, you talked about Rick Lopez, so it's showtime.
Absolutely, Rich. And I look for him because he's growing into this weight of 119. He's not a true 119 pounder yet. Remember, he coming in from 106 to 112, now to 119. So I'm looking for speed to be his asset.
Now, Ricky Lopez is probably, if not the premier boxer in this state tournament, one of the premier boxers. What does it do to an opponent knowing that you are going to fight maybe the best in the state and one of the best in the country? What do you think? Are you ready for this?
Oh, I think Jacob, he's been thinking about this. He knows that Ricky Lopez has moved up in weight. I think he's game, man. I mean, this is the rush. This is what you live for. In order to be the best, you must beat the best. I mean, this is the opportunity for Jacob to showcase. This is all these people out here, and this is a beautiful arena. You know, this is time for him to steal the show.
You know, these are both two pretty polished boxers. Notice how they have a lot of respect for each other. You can count on that to end, though, because you've only got 4 2-minute rounds in the A class, so you got to get busy.
Yes, you do, Rich. And oh, that was a strong blow. But Ricky, he's using the double jab, and he went to the body to soften him up, and then he went with the jab to the stomach, and went in with the overhand right. We call that one down, one over.
One of the things that's impressive about Lopez is the way he puts together combinations of punches.
He's going to have to. He's going to have to box and move. He's going to have to be the boxer this time because he's not going to be the stronger of the two guys. And some of these guys at 119 pounds, they're coming down, they're walking around at 135 pounds, and they're losing weight. Ricky is coming up, so he's growing into this weight. You know, he's a young man. He's about, 18, 19 years old. He's growing into this weight.
Got to stop in the action as referee Rick Erickson instructs Lopez's corner to tie his shoe. As you can see that Ortega is pointed to the neutral corner where there is a stop in the action. Coaches are not allowed to coach during the rounds, are they, DeVero?
No, they're not supposed to, Rich, but they find a way, somehow, sign language or something to communicate with their guys because they're so familiar with them. Hey, this is what I want you to do next. Somehow they whisper to them, and the guys, they acknowledge them. Hey, did you hear me when I said? Did you hear what I said? Yes, I want you to use your uppercut.
Every now and then you'll see a referee look to the corner and make a talking motion with his hand, ordering the corners to quit coaching. Now, the bell rings, and there's an opportunity to coach. If you were the coach for Ortega, what would you be telling him, DeVero?
I'll be telling him to use his height and reach. He's taller than Ricky. I will use him and make Ricky advance and gamble to get to him. As we watch here, he's using it. Ricky, anytime the bout is on the inside, Ricky has the advantage. But if Ortega keeps it on the outside, then he will have the dominance because he has the longer arms, the longer reach, and he's going to keep him at the end of his punches.
It's an exciting bout with a couple of game boxers. These guys remind me of those little bantam roosters that go at it for 4 minutes at a time, and I guess this is 8 minutes, 4 rounds. Exciting stuff. Got some action coming up here in just about 20 seconds. You're going to hear the timekeeper on the other side of the ring. He's going to hit a cowbell, and that's 10 seconds. Right there is the signal for seconds out of the ring. Seconds being the trainers. Now let me ask you something, DeVero. Strategies. Are you slow to come out of the corner when your boxer needs an extra couple of seconds for recovery?
Oh, Rich, they got all kinds of tricks. Sometimes there's a fighter, there's a coach here just yesterday who had a boxer come in the ring, and something was wrong with his headgear. It was a malfunction with it right here where his chin strap would be. And I watched a coach deliberately drop the tape. The referee orders him to go to his corner. He should have went to the neutral corner. He finally picks up the tape and he blows it off, and he sticky fingers or wet hands, and he finally gets it. He must have blew off about 45 seconds or so. He must have wasted 45 seconds.
Just about time for his boxer. Nice scoring
that
blow
was a nice
there
left hook by Ortega.
Earlier in this round, as we were talking about some of the coaching tactics, there was a couple of great flurries in there.
Yeah, I thought it was some really good flurries, and I think that Ricky, in order to win this bout, he has to stay close, like as he's doing. In order for Ortega he has to keep his distance. Now Ricky is changed to a southpaw position. If you have noticed it, where then that was a good left hand. He's changing right and left. Some of these guys are really talented to be able to do this at this kind of level. This is Class A boxing.
This is exactly what it is.
You can get away with this sometimes in the gym when you're working with guys who are fairly novice or B-class fighters. But you have a guy who's A-class, and this is for all the marbles, for the state championship. Who's going to go on to the regionals and represent Colorado versus New Mexico?
Out of that regional championship tournament, we've got boxers that will go on to Little Rock, Arkansas for the Nationals. Winning a National Golden Gloves championship advances you to the United States Olympic team. Is that not correct?
At times, if it's the year before the Olympics, if it's in 2007 and you win the Nationals for the Golden Gloves, that wins you a spot to the Olympic trials for the 2008 Olympic team.
And then it's a process of elimination, and then you go on to represent your country.
Absolutely, it's a double elimination. You have to lose twice to be out of it.
Having a good time tonight. Amateur boxing. I personally like amateur boxing a whole bunch a lot because these guys just go at it for nothing but glory. Got a great couple of scoring punches there.
Well, that was a good one from Ricky, and then I seen Ortega land a straight right hand. It was straight, it was a flush shot right on the whiskers of Ricky Lopez.
Want to remind you, Jerome Jurinovich plays moderator on the most insightful sports talk show around, the Altitude Sports Summit. He's talking Broncos, Nuggets, Rockies, everything, and everyone is fair game for this motley crew of sports personalities. That's the Altitude Sports Summit, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 5:10. We are at the 5 and 10, we're at the Colorado Golden Gloves Boxing State Championships, Stockyards Arena here in Denver, Colorado. Getting ready to start round number 3. Strategies for this one for Ricky.
Ricky, he has to use a double jab. He has to get inside. He has to get busy and continue to go to his body to get Ortega to bring his hands down so he can land the clean blows. Just because you throw 3 or 4 punches don't mean they're going to count that. Maybe you'll throw 3 or 4 punches to set up the next 1-2 like he just did. He threw a nice combination to the body, which they're not counting, but however they are registering, and he lands a nice left hook, right hand combination. Now there's another right hook to the body by Ricky Lopez, and he doubles up with the left hook to the body and the left hook to the head, and he runs off a little flurry in the middle of the ring. Now he's using the experience. This experience is coming in right here to play. This should be. I'm surprised the referee didn't administer an 8 count right now. Ricky landed at least 4 or 5 clean, decisive blows.
Referee Rick Erickson warning Ortega about holding. Doesn't seem to deter Lopez's determination to throw
Ortega,
those scoring punches. Might be just a bit confusing for our viewers since both boxers are in blue. Ricky Lopez has the blue gloves. Jacob Ortega of the North Denver Tigers in the red gloves. Hence the reference to blue corner and red corner.
That's a good body shot. That's a good body shot.